Okay, homework book, revision test 1, page 101. Let's work through it. So number 1, what is 8,320,050? 8,320,050. Okay, alright, so that's the answer. Alright, I'm pretty sure you should go through this section really fast. Number 2, what is the missing number? 90,000 divided by something is 30, right? 3 times 3 is 9. Now how many zeros? There are 4 zeros, there is 1 zero. So it's going to be 3 and 3 zeros, right? That's your answer. Next one, what is the missing number? 180 times something 36,000, right? So 18 times 2 is 36. Now calculating missing zeros, right? There are 3 zeros here, there is 1 zero here, so 2 more zeros. So 2 and 2 zeros, right? That's the answer. Oh, actually, you have to write answers here, right? 3, what is it? 4, 2. Okay, find the value, right? So this is your order of operations. What do you do? First, second, third, right? So multiplication and division goes first. Subtraction and addition goes after. Alright, so that's the thing. As long as you understand this thing, right, you should not have any problems. So it's just a matter of math. I'll just give you an answer. And number 3 is the answer you should get. Okay, number 5. Wayne put 4,160 sweets equally into 20 packets. How many sweets were in each packet? Right, 4,160 sweets he divided into 20 packets, right? So how many, right? Do your math well, and the answer should be number 2, number 3, number 2, right? Okay. All right, next one. All right, number 6. Mrs. Tan shared 8 pies equally among 3 girls. How much pie did each girl get? Right, 8 pies divided, so as a fraction, right? Divided by 3, right? So your fraction, this is improper fraction, right? So you can see that that's gonna be this answer, right? Okay, next one. Find 4/7 of 84, right? How do we find a fraction of a bigger number, right? This is a multiplication. 4/7 of 84. Okay, again, so it's gonna be 4 times 84 divided by 7, right? It's the same thing. Anyways, do your math, and the answer is 3. 3. Oh, sorry, 3. Okay. 8. 2/3 of a number is 36. What is 5/9 of the number? Okay, so 2/3 of a number is 36, right? So we need to find 3/3 of a number. 3/3 of a number. So before finding that, you find the 1/3 of a number. So if 2/3 of the number is 36, then 1/3 of number is 18, right? 18. So 3/3 is 18 plus 36, right? So that's gonna be what? That's gonna be 54. 54. Okay? And now you need to find 5/9 of this number of 54. So 54 times 5/9, right? What it's gonna be? It's gonna be 30, right? Okay, number 2, right? Number 9, a jug contains 3/4 liter of orange juice. John spilled 2/5 of the orange juice. How much juice was left? Okay, so what is this? There was juice in the jug, and he spilled this amount. So how much was left? He had 3/4 of a liter minus 2/5. Okay, checking your common denominators, right? So this is this is gonna be 4. This is gonna be 5. So 12 minus 10, 20s, right? Or 2 20s or 1/10. Sorry, what did I do? Again, 3/4 minus 2/5. Here is 5, here is 4, right? 15 minus 8 divided by 20, right? Okay, and that's gonna be what, 7/20, right? This answer, number one. All right, 10. So you see, like, even me, when I'm rushing, I'm making mistakes. So please don't rush and follow carefully. So number 10, find the product of two numbers, right? This is factor, this is factor. You just have to multiply them times 28, right? Okay, so again, do your math here. But even if you look at the answers, right, I can find the right answer. And this is actually, you should focus on this one. I can find the right answer without even calculating everything, just looking at other numbers. Right, these two numbers, they're more than 28, right? This one is more than 28. This one is more than 28. So it cannot be a fraction of 28, definitely, right? And this is 5/8, so it is definitely more than 4/8, more than half, right? More than half. Half is 14, right? And this is definitely not more than half. So there's only one answer that is more than half of 28. And this is how you can, and this is another way of how you can find your answer. Or if you can think logically, then do your math. Okay, we got to the section B, right? So again, here the order of operations, all right? As long as you understand which one goes first, you shouldn't have problems. So here the division goes first, and multiplication goes second, this goes fourth. So first, second, third. Well, actually these two, it doesn't matter which one you do first, but definitely this way is going to be more comfortable. And the last one is subtraction, right? Do your math, the answer should be 16. 12, right? Here the priority always, the bracket goes first. The bracket goes first, all right? And then basically it doesn't matter, you do these two, this second operation, this third operation, or you do them vice versa. Yeah, you do this first and then you do this one, right? It doesn't matter because they're same, right? So do your math, the answer 424. 13. Mrs. Raju divides 7 pieces equally for 9 children. What fraction of the pieces does each child get? Well, very easy. 7 pieces divide by equally among 9 children, right? That's going to be this is how you represent it as a fraction. 7/9. Next one. Use all the numbers shown below to form the smallest 6-digit odd number. The first digit should not be a 0. Alright, very simple. You just have to pay attention to everything, right? So there should be 6 digits. It should be odd, right? And the first digit should not be a 0, right? The smallest number. So definitely we just have to organize them in the order so that it will become smallest. So this is the smallest first, right? So this is the smallest go first. The smallest after, we cannot start with the 0, but the second will be the 0. And then goes 3, right? And then goes 4, right? Because the 4 is smaller than 8, right? And then they ask us to be odd, right? So if it's odd, the last one should be 5, right? And then you just put your 8. That's your number. 2, 0, 3, 4, 8, 5. Right, 200. So that's your answer. 200,485. All right. Okay. Last problem in the section B. During a sale, 36 similar handbags were sold for 1,620. Okay. Before the sale, the same number of handbags was sold for 49 each. What was the difference between the sales collection before and after the sale? Now your math is okay, but you need to make sure that you always understand the problem. So the first, during the sale, there are 36 handbags, right? They were sold for 1,620. It means this money, they got this money from all 36 bags. But in the second sentence, they tell us that before the sale, they were sold for 49 49 each. 49 each. Right? So we need to find how many. We have our 36 bags, and each bag costs $49, which is $1,764, right? And that's it. So we have like this is before sale, and after sale they'll tell us it's 1,620, right? This number minus this number, what is the difference? 1,764 minus 1,620, $144. That's your answer, $144. Okay. Now we start section C, right? Problem 16. Family of 6 used 5,400 liters of water in 7 days. Each member used the same amount. How many liters of water did each person use a day? Right? Express your answer as a fraction in the simplest form. All right. So what are we doing? We have 5,400 liters total, right? We divided how many days they've been spending, the 7 days, right? And we get this number, and we divide it among how many people? 6 people, right? So this is basically our expression, right? All right, you should be very comfortable with fractions by this time. So do your math. The answer should be 128 and 4/7 liters. Okay, and answer is a sentence. So you write here 128 4/7 liters, and each person used 128 4/7 liters of water in a day. Of water in a day. Okay. 17. Farid took part in a marathon. In the first hour he ran 7.875 kilometers. In the next hour he ran 5.8. How many kilometers did he run in the first 2 hours? Express your answer as a decimal correct to second decimal place. Alright, so the first hour is 7.875 kilometers, right? And the second hour 5.8 kilometers. What is the total? You calculate your total, it's going to be 675, right? And then they ask us to correct it to the second decimal place. This is the first decimal place, this is the second decimal place. Because it is 5, we transform this one, right? So this is how we show this equal sign with approximation, right? 13.68, right? Our 75 becomes 80 basically, right? Okay, that's it. And this is kilometers, right? And we need to write it as a sentence. He ran 1368 kilometers in the first 2 hours. Okay. And of course, yeah, don't forget to write your number over there. 1368. Right there. Okay. Alright, next problem. AJ mixes 3.625 liters of blue paint with 2.3 liters of yellow paint. How many liters of green paint does he get from the mixture? Express your answer as a decimal correct to decimal place. Alright, so it's completely the same problem, right? We have, what is it? Blue paint 3,625, plus we have our yellow paint 2.3. We add everything together. 925, right? 925. So because this is second decimal place again, because this is 5, we do the correction, right? And this becomes 30, right? We think of it as 30. So 5.93 liters, right? Liters. And yeah, you write your answer. He gets 5.93 liters of green paint. Of green paint. Okay, next one. Eileen and Sally jogged at the stadium on 1st May, blah blah blah. From then on, Eileen jogged every 3 days, while Sally jogged every 4 days. When would they meet next time? That's interesting. Already need to think a little logically, right? Basically, you have these two numbers. You have 3, right? 3 and 4. You have 3 and you have 4. You need to think of common multiples, right? What is the common multiple of 3 and 4, right? Well, that's basically 12, right? So common multiple. Oops, what did I press? Sorry, took a second for me to come back. All right, so again, common multiple is 12, right? So 12 days, 12 days. And we need to write it down, right? The common multiple of 3 and 4 is 12, right? So 12 days after 1st May would be 13th of May, right? 12 days after 1st May 1st will be May 13th. So 13th of May, right? They would meet next on 13th May. They would meet next on 13th of May. Okay. Next problem, problem 20. Assume that all 43 buses have... I read the solution. There are 43 buses in a bus bay. Some buses have 10 wheels, some have 8 wheels. There are a total of 380 wheels. How many 10-wheel buses are there, right? So as I started, assume that all 43 buses, right, they have 8 wheels, not 10, right? Then how many total wheels would be there? 43. So okay, I will write it for you. So assume that all 43 buses have 8 wheels. Okay, then there would be what? Then we need to find our total. Then there would be 43 buses times 8 wheels, gonna be 344 wheels. Well, it is in fact true, right? Because all of them have 8 wheels, just some of them have 2 more. Right, now we need to find out how many of them. But we have 380 wheels, right? 380 wheels minus 344, and that's gonna be 36 extra wheels. 36 extra wheels, right? So those are the wheels of those 10s, right? So 10 wheel bus minus 10 wheels minus 8 wheels, 2 wheels, right? 36 divided by 2, that's the difference. 2 extra wheels on the bus, right? That's gonna be 18, right? So there are 18 10-wheel buses. The answer is 18, and the answer is the sentence. There are 18 10-wheel buses. Alright, next one. Rina, Serena, and Nicole used 1,965 beads to make some stage costumes. Serena used 320 fewer than Rina, but 260 more than Nicole. How many beads did Rina use? Okay, so this is we start our model drawing, right? We have 3 girls, Rina, Serena, and Nicole. So you start with drawing your names. Writing. Rina, Serena, and Nicole. Okay? And now let's think of it. So in order to understand the problem, right, you need to process every sentence. So they used 1965 bits. So whatever we're gonna draw, the total gonna be 1965, right? And now they tell us Serena used 320 fewer bits than Rina, yeah, but 260 more than Nicole. This girl, she has fewer than Rina, fewer than her, but more than her. So whatever you draw, there's gonna be the biggest unit bar. This is gonna be the middle sized, and this is gonna be the smallest unit bar, right? Rina used the most of it. Serena used like the moderate amount, and Nicole used the least of the beats, right? Now, how many? They said Serena used 320 fewer than Rina. So this is our 320. This is our 320, but more 260 more than Nicole. This is our 260 more than Nicole. All right, that's your model. Okay, so you have an identical unit everywhere, and you have 260 and 320 here. Okay, so what do we see? 3 units. We have 3 units. 3 units plus how much is 3 units? We have a total, right? 3 units is equal 1965, and we need to remove our extras, right? Okay, sorry, I took a pause because yeah, for those of you who still have their answer sheets in the back of the book, right, there is a wrong solution and there is a wrong answer, right? So you have to be very, very careful. This book is not perfect, right? And yeah, they show there the wrong solution, and in the end of the video you're gonna see the screenshot of the answer sheet. But right now, yeah, I'm gonna do the right solution, right? So we have, again, we have our 3 units, right? And we have 200 piece of 200, like this bar is 262, right? And this is 260, and this is 320. So our 3 units is not 1965 minus 260 minus 260 minus 320, right? This is what it's gonna do. So do your math, and that's gonna be 1125, right? And if this is 3 units, 1 unit gonna be 1125 divided by 3 equal to 375 bits, right? Now they ask us how many bits did Rina use, right? So 1 unit, this 1 unit, 375 plus 200 plus 320 is equal to what? 955 bits. All right, 955 bits. Okay, so there was a lot of mess with this, but I hope you followed. All right, next problem 22. A shop sold two identical digital cameras, 5 identical CD players on a particular day. The price of 3 such digital cameras and 6 such CD players was 460 more. If a digital camera cost $80 more than a CD player, find the cost of each digital camera. Well, that's a problem for the unit test. Very similar. Let's draw our model first, right? So we have our digital cameras and we have our CD players, right? So let's call them somehow. D gonna be a digital camera, and C is gonna be our CD player. Yeah. Now, next sentence. The price. sorry, not next sentence, the first sentence. Two identical digital cameras, 5 identical CD players. So this is what we draw, right? Two identical digital cameras, right? And then 5 identical, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right, this is gonna be our CD players. All right, and then that was sold on a particular day, they tell us. The price for 3 digital cameras and 6 such CD players was 460 more. Let's think about it. I'm gonna break it down, okay? I'm gonna draw the same thing. There's gonna be these 2 digital cameras and these 5 again CD players, right? But we have 3 of them and 6 of them. So 1 extra digital camera, 1 extra CD, 1 extra digital camera, 1 extra CD player. Okay, and now they tell us that this is the difference of $460. Okay, that's the sort of a tricky part of the model drawing. That's you draw this one digital camera and 1 CD player separately. Now we know that cost of 1 digital camera and 1 CD and 1 CD player is equal to what, $460. Okay, and now the last sentence comes into play. If a digital camera costs $80 more than a CD, right? Find the cost of each digital camera. All right, so now we draw the models for 1 digital camera and for 1 CD player, right? Digital camera, we don't know how much, but it's more expensive, right? And CD player is $80 cheaper, right? And we know that altogether they cost $460. We just figured it out, right?